Good evening, everyone. My name is Hassan Habib. I'm a student consultant and director of H&K Business Associates Limited. However, that's not very important. Today, I'd like to share with you very important thing, that is a big lie about studying at the UK universities. So that's the topic, a big lie about study at UK uni. That's the topic I'd like to share with you. So what's the big lie about studying at the university? So please comment below if you listen to me properly, if you the sound is clear. That should be appreciated. So now probably there are a lot of advertisement you are watching, and after watching those sort of ads, and a lot of people, they found that without IELTS they can study at the UK universities. So that is the discussion in this evening. So now, first of all, I'd like to share with you what's the big lie. You got to understand is people are saying without IELTS you can study at the university. So there is I would say the people who are very clever. So this is the clever way to telling that. Now, so when you go to them and they are saying, well, you don't need IELTS, but you got to prove yourself that you have got some sort of skills in English proficiency. That's the interesting thing. And when I have watched this sort of advertisement and I clicked on it, and like you, and I watched the whole video, and then I called them and I said, okay brother, so I have watched a video, and I have read something on your post or Facebook, and you said students can come to the UK universities without IELTS. What does it mean? And they haven't got any straightforward answer. They are saying blah blah blah, this and that. Then I approached to a few universities who are working with, they are claiming that this university you can study at the university without any sort of IELTS score. So then I approached to those universities. Then the answer I found is, this is phenomenal, and probably sharing this video, you can save a lot of people's life. They are falling into trouble. So now, what are the things? So they are saying that without IELTS you can study. Okay, fantastic. We appreciate that, because there are a lot of people, they don't like to go for IELTS test, and some people, they say, okay, so this is the great opportunity. Without learning English, without having the English proficiency, now I can go to the UK universities. So I don't have any sort of a struggle. So when I went to the university and I asked, is this right? Without any sort of IELTS score, you are taking students? And they said yes. The way is, we are taking internal English test. So they are saying, the university is saying, yes, we are taking students without IELTS, but we are taking internal English test. And when I ask them, what do you mean by internal English test? They says is some sort of IELTS. I said, what do you mean? Can you please explain a little bit more? And the funny thing is, they said, so the test is gonna be for 2 days. The first day is listening and speaking, and the second day is reading and writing. I said, fantastic. So how do you score? He said it's almost the same as the IELTS. This is our internal English test, that means our internal IELTS. I said, okay. So guys, we are putting this message to different international countries like India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, then UAE, and how many? how many countries I have already named. So India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, then UAE and Saudi Arabia. So our colleagues, they are really try to help you, and probably some of you have already talked to them, and when you started talking to them, and the first thing they asked to our colleagues that, can I go to the UK universities without IELTS? And when my colleagues, they said that's a big lie, and they said, what do you mean by big lie? And then when my colleagues explained to them that there are 3 ways, well, if you'd like to study at the first world countries, especially USA, America and Canada, you have to show some sort of English proficiency, whatever that name of the test, Duolingo, IELTS, TOEFL, whatever it is. And just ask yourself a simple question. So if you don't understand English, if you don't understand the lecture from native speaker, so what's the point coming to the UK universities and going to the class, and you don't understand anything, just you are sitting in the classroom, at the end you are going home, and at the end of semester you fail. So that's why be clear that probably a few universities, I am gonna say again, a few universities, not that many universities, a few universities, they are taking internal English test. That means some sort of IELTS. So if you don't have the skills, if you don't take preparation enough to go for the IELTS, that means you're gonna fail in internal English test. So now I'm gonna show you something a bit in depth, so how you can do that, and how. So that's the big lie about studying at the UK university right now. So if you if you ask probably 10 people that have you got any news about the UK universities, and they say yeah, so UK universities, they are taking students without IELTS. So what they think, that they don't need English proficiency, but the answer is completely different. Did you get me? So if you understood fully, please comment below yes. I'd like to see your comment, and if you've got any questions by this time, please just write in the comment box, and I'll take a look, and I'll answer all the questions. So that's the most important thing. A big lie right now is going on about UK universities to study. Now let me explain to you. So if you'd like to study at the UK university without IELTS, what do you got to do? Basically, universities, they are looking for English proficiency. You got to prove yourself that you have got some sort of English skill, that means English proficiency. So how you gonna prove your English proficiency to the UK universities? So 3 ways you can prove yourself that you have got some sort of English proficiency. Number 1 is IELTS, so IELTS. Number 2 is very it's called, I think, I'm not sure about the spelling, is called Duolingo. This is some sort of English test. So most of the university is taking 90 to 95 out of 100. So this is some sort of English test as well. So you got to sit for this Duolingo test. If you get between 90 to 95 out of 100, then they're gonna take this English certificate or English proficiency. So most of the people I have spoken, they said probably due to the COVID-19 they're accepting Duolingo, but I think after when the pandemic is gone, they will not take anymore the Duolingo. But that's the under consideration, and you got to understand that not all the universities are accepting Duolingo, but many universities, they are taking Duolingo. So you need to check with the university. So that's why I would say IELTS, that's gonna give you safety, I would say. So if you take preparation of IELTS, then you can sit for Duolingo as well. And the third one is internal English test. Internal English test. So what does it mean? It means IELTS inside the university or with the university, right? So there are 3 ways you can prove your English proficiency. Number 1 is English, IELTS. Number 2 is Duolingo. Number 3 is internal English test with university. So that's the 3 ways you got to prove yourself. Now you might have a question, so how I'm gonna solve this problem? So now I would like to share with you how we can solve this problem and how we can help you. So that's the things I'd like to share with you tonight. So I would appreciate that if you stay till the end, and if you have got a lot of questions, please write in the comment box. I'll read them and I'll answer your questions. So now, how to solve this problem? So when we promote on social media, for example Facebook and YouTube, so people do the registration and they have got some sort of misconception about studying at UK University without IELTS. So once I tell them that they have had a big lie and they are in some sort of in confusion, and once I tell them that whatever the thing you are listening or hearing from somewhere else, forget everything and just try to get the English proficiency. That means you got to prepare yourself for IELTS. So once you get some sort of preparation for IELTS, so you have got 3 options. Number 1, you can sit for IELTS exam going to British Council or IDP. Number 2 is you can sit for Duolingo test, it's online. And number 3 is, so you can sit for internal English test. So what they do, university offers some sort of IELTS format and they do it online, so you can sit for that. So if you have got a lot of preparation, you have got so much confidence that you can get 6 or 6.5 in IELTS, then I would recommend you go for the internal English test. Otherwise you are disappointing yourself. There is no point making all the applications and you fail, and at the end it's just wasting of time and money. So that's the one thing. So now the question is how to solve the problem. So that's the very, very important question, how to solve this problem. And now I'm going to give you the solution, and at the end you're going to give me thank, right? So now, so all you need to do is you need to pay attention. So we're gonna have a studio class. What I mean by studio class is, so let's say this is the classroom, this is the teacher, here 20 seats, right? So teacher is taking IELTS class, our instructor is taking IELTS class. So here is 20 seats and teacher is teaching these 20 students in the physical in the classroom. That's the thing I wanted to say. So now I have just taken some notes, in case I forgot something and you miss a lot of information. So now, so teacher is taking class, there are 20 students here. So now you can say, where is the classroom? So for example, the classroom is in the UK or the classroom in Dhaka, Bangladesh, right? So now you can say, so the classroom in Bangladesh, and I'm living in India, someone is living in Pakistan, someone is living in Saudi Arabia, and just using the color code so that you can understand. Someone is living in UAE, someone is living in Sri Lanka. Now you can ask me, so I'm living somewhere else, I'm not living in Dhaka, or I'm living in somewhere in Sylhet, not Dhaka, let's say Sylhet, right? So if this is the scenario, so how I'm gonna take my IELTS preparation, and I'm solving your problem right now. So you got to understand and you need to pay attention. By the way, I would appreciate if you hit the share button, because this is the massive message you got to deliver. Because if you share this button, and you will see a lot of people will watch it and they have got a lot of wrong conception about the studying at the UK University without IELTS. So when they hear IELTS, they are thinking they don't need some sort of English proficiency. Basically what they are saying, we don't need any sort of engineering certificate, but you have to be engineer. Let me tell you that again. They are saying we don't need any sort of engineering certificate, we need an engineer. Again, they are saying we don't need any sort of certificate from medical school, but you have to be a doctor. That's they are saying. So this is a big lie you need to understand. So now, so see, the 26 teacher is teaching here, and now we are doing it. It's called studio. So we are setting up a studio. Teacher is delivering the class, and he has got a big screen in front of him. So you are sitting in front of him from UAE, from Saudi Arabia, from India, on the screen, right? At the same time, on the screen is the live class. There is nothing recorded. So someone is from Sylhet, he is sitting here, Sri Lanka sitting here, and the teacher is taking class. And now you can say, what's the benefit taking the English preparation class from you? I'm gonna tell you the benefit one by one. So please stay with me and hit the share button, because you got to understand. So now the teacher is delivering the lecture. You are sitting in India and you are sitting in front of him on the video camera like this, and teacher is watching you, you are watching teacher. So if you have got any questions, so what do? You unmute your mic and you ask the question, and the teacher, he is unmuting his mic and he's answering question. This classroom, they are watching and listening what the Indian student is asking and what the teacher is answering. From Sri Lanka, here the student is here also on his big screen whiteboard, and he also is watching and enjoying the lecture. If he has got some sort of question, he is answering. So from Pakistan is the same. So he is sitting at home, but he is in front of the teacher. Is video, so everyone is seeing everyone, and the teacher is answering the question. So this is how we're gonna deliver the virtual IELTS preparation class. It's called the virtual IELTS preparation class. So you can say VIPC. So virtual IELTS preparation class. Now, who are gonna taking this class? So let me repeat it again. So probably you might think, well, how is gonna do that? So it's gonna be a software. The teacher is delivering the class within 20 students, and also within the software the class is delivering live, and you will be on the screen and you're gonna enjoy the class on live as well, and just you're gonna ask and answer. So now I need to explain who will be the teacher, because you need to understand and what's the benefit of taking this and how much will it cost, blah blah blah, because you have got a lot of questions right now. I'll answer it one by one, and before that, just I'd like to share with you something is insane. You're gonna be crazy. So now, so teacher is delivering the class. So now who is the teacher? So our IELTS instructor. So who has scored 7.5 above? So that's the instructor. Who has got more than 7.5 out of 9? Where is my red marker? I can't see it. Okay, got it. So who has got 7.5, and we have got also 8 score as well. Now you can say, well, Habib, 7.5 or 8 score doesn't mean he will be a good teacher. I agree with you, and that's why we have taken experienced teacher. Experienced instructor who has got 5 to 10 years experience, who is teaching IELTS. His bread and butter is teaching IELTS. Did you get me? So the IELTS instructor who has got a very good score and who has got 5 to 10 years experience, plus Now the secret part of this program is we're gonna give you native speaker, native British English teacher. So this teacher, he or she is gonna take the speaking part. So that means you are learning from someone else whose mother tongue is English and British and native. So for example, I'm from Bangladesh. So if I ask you who would be the best person to learn Bengali, right? So if there are few people, of course you're gonna point to someone else who is from Bangladesh. It's the same thing. So that's why we're gonna in our board we have got native British English teacher. So now you can say, Habib, you are giving a lot, so probably you are charging tons of money. Now I'd like to share with you, because probably you are laughing. I'm using this because it save my time and your time as well. Just I can erase the things very quickly. That's why I'm using this. So now you can say, Habib, okay. So now, probably you are charging a lot. So now I'm gonna share with you what happened is. So if you go to teacher, one-to-one, because I have charged on Gumtree and different channels. So they are charging between 10 to 30 pound per hour. So the IELTS instructor, English instructor, if you would like to take online class one-to-one, they're gonna charge you 20 to 30. That's the medium version of teacher, I would say. That's not the most experienced teacher. The most experienced teacher, they charge per hour 40, and you have to book a certain amount of lessons. So for example, at least 5 to 10. Otherwise they are not gonna give you the lesson. So that's the scenario. Now you can say, Habib, I don't need British English native teacher. I need just a teacher. Okay, that's fine. So if you are living in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, or UAE or somewhere else. So far I know, if you go to normal institution who are teaching IELTS, they're not renowned, or they don't have that much resources. Still they are charging 15 to 20,000 taka, right? So in India same. So if you go on an average, so it's gonna be 200 pound in the classroom. So spending 200 pound in the classroom on an average in your currency. So you are getting normal teacher, probably who doesn't have some sort of experience. You are not getting British native English teacher. So, and you are not getting 5 to 10 years experience IELTS teacher. So just you can spend 200 pound equivalent to your currency. You are getting as usual environment, as usual classroom, as usual teacher. But if you join the class with us virtually from anywhere in the world, so how much should you charge? Tell me. So I'd like to see some comments. If you're watching right now, please comment below. I'd like to see how much you recommend to charge. I'd like to read out some comments. Please comment below how much you recommend to charge me. I'd like to read out some comments. Please comment below how much. I'd like to read some comments. Please comment below how much do you recommend to charge. I'm gonna read some comments right now. Please comment below how much. So on an average, people are spending 200 pounds to take IELTS preparation in different countries. So I'm not talking about UK because it's expensive, it's a lot more money, but I'm talking about in South Asian countries or Middle East. So now So if I give you 50% discount, that's gonna be £100, right? So will you be happy with this? So what's gonna happen is, so if you join us, we're gonna give you this sort of opportunities. We're gonna give you, community, so where you can, speak to each other, where you're gonna know each other, and you will have some sort of, moderator as well. They're gonna do a lot of activities inside the community. That's the facilities you're gonna do. So now you are getting, number one is a scorer, highest scorer, who has got 7.5 to 8 in IELTS. Number two, you are getting 5 to 10-year experience IELTS teacher. Number three, you are getting British native English teacher. So these are the three things you are getting. Now I'm not doing, so this is the price. Now I'm gonna cross it out. So for first 20 students, please keep in mind, for first, I'm just keeping my eyes on the lens, and I'm just promising you, for the first 20 students, we're gonna offer £50. That's the IELTS preparation course. Now I'm saying this again, for first 20 students, we are taking only £50, equivalent to whatever it is in your currency, right? So that's the charge we're gonna do. So for only 4 or 5, and now you might ask, so what next? So that's why we called it, let me wipe it up. Now that's why we call it one-stop service. So what I mean by one-stop service is, so we are doing lots of marketing and advertisement here and there. So once you come to us, first of all, the first thing is we give you information, we help you with IELTS preparation, we are helping you with your application, then we are helping you with your CV, then we are helping you with your personal statement, and the last thing, we are helping you to interview. Sometimes so you got to face the interview by home office, so that's the interview. So that's the thing we are doing, but for only IELTS preparation we are charging £50. Now in the morning I have received a call, and he's asking, so I have watched some videos, and do you do charity? I said, what do you mean? He said, no, you are not charging any students for your service, and you're giving a lot. You are giving, first of all, information, then you are giving them IELTS preparation class virtually wherever you are in the world, then you are helping them with the application, then you are helping with the CV, then personal statement, then you are training up for the interview. So all the things you are doing, do you do all these things? No, we are not doing all the things by myself. So now we have got 17 soldiers. I would say soldiers because they are working, I would say 24/7. They are working 24/7. Whenever you need some sort of service, they are responding you, they are helping you, they are replying your message, email, they are answering your call. It's 24/7 service, and that's why we call them one-stop service. So now here's the thing, the condition is, we will take you as a client, as a student, once you agree, and this is called agreement. So you're gonna make your university application with us, right? So we're gonna help you from A to Z. only one thing, you need to have some sort of agreement with us that, well, you are helping from A to Z through the information, IELTS preparation course, then CB, personal statement, training up for the interview, all the things you are doing, and then visa process and all the things you are doing. So only one promise you have to give us, that you're gonna make your application through us. And the reason I'm saying is, so see, we are charging you £50 for your IELTS preparation class, and even it doesn't cover our teacher cost even, right? So we have got 17 employees, including myself. I'm working 24/7 as well. So we have to pay the bill, and we have to pay their wages as well. We have got rented office, you have got phones, internet, all that stuff, as you have got a lot of bills. So you have got bills for 17 people, and we have got offices right now in London, Birmingham, Manchester and Dhaka, and we are considering to open up 2 more, hopefully in near future. So now the reason we are investing in yourself is £50. So when you get into the university, we get the commission, and that's how we cover all our expenditure, and we make money, we make profit. Did you get me? So you might ask me a lot of questions that, how you do that? I mean, you are lying. I mean, if I don't explain the whole thing, probably you are saying you are lying. How come you are taking £50 and you are giving huge amount of service? The reason is, only one thing, you have to have agreement with us that you're gonna make your application through us, and we're gonna help you through the whole process. So once you get into the university, we make some commission. That's it. And for this reason, we have got plenty of universities. We can make your application over 137 universities, right? So what's your choice? Tell us which course you want to do, which university you want to go, which city you'd like to live in. Probably you have got friends and family or relatives in Birmingham. You'd like to study in Birmingham? Yes, we can help you. In Dublin? Yes. In Scotland? Yes. So wherever the course, university and city you are selecting, we can help you with that. That's the most important thing. And finally, as I told you, that only 20 students we're gonna take for 50, and then is gonna go up. After 20 is gonna be £100 again. We're gonna go back to our £200 price soon, because the reason, because we are investing a lot of people. So once they get the result, they're gonna give a lot of recommendation. They're gonna bring a lot of referral, their relatives, friends, and all that stuff. So we cannot serve a lot of people at that time. So how are we gonna just push them back? Just increasing some sort of thing, so that the committed people, only the committed people we can take, and the people who are confused, who are not committed, we're gonna push them back, that go somewhere else, we are not the right fit, right? So that's the thing. So now what you need to do is now the last question is, how we're gonna communicate with you. So our communication, all you need to do is, you can message us here on Facebook page. If you go to message, then you can so you can message us, or on the post, I'm gonna give 3 phone numbers. So one for London, one for Birmingham, one for Manchester, one for Dhaka. So once you get the number, you need to call them, and then we're gonna ask for you for the payment, £50. So how we're gonna pay is gonna depend on you. You can pay by PayPal, you can pay by bank transfer. If you are living in Dhaka, then you can pay by Bcash. If you're living in India, you can pay by Payoneer. Anyway, somewhere we can take the payment, and that's the thing. So all you need to do, you need to just let me tell you again. So Yeah, so if you go to international at HNKBUSINESS.co.uk. So you need to confirm. You can send them as an email. So you can give the payment calling someone else from London, Birmingham, Manchester, and Dhaka. But all you need to do, you need to send us an email. Okay, I need to write it, I think, in a big format so that you can understand. So you need to send. If you're still watching this video right now, I would say you are on the fence. But if you are too late, then you need to pay more. And we can't serve that many students because our resources is limited, because we have only 17 people. Probably we can serve only 100 and 150 students by all means. So if you don't take the action right now, so we can't help you. So all you need to do is you need to send us email that I am ready. Just go to your email and just type international, INTERNATIONAL, international at HNKBUSINESS.co.uk. So send an email that I'm ready to take this opportunity, and we're gonna take the responsibility. This is once you make the commitment. So this is our responsibility to help you, to serve you from A to Z, and we would like to see you in the UK as well. So thanks for watching this video. Lastly, I'd like to say, please hit the share button and speed out the message, because a lot of people need to understand that there is no such thing as studying in the UK without IELTS. You have to have some sort of English proficiency. If you don't have that, you cannot do it. So we are offering you the whole service in one stop. That's why we call it one stop service, and I explain all the things in details. So if you are jumping right now, I would recommend you please, it would be recorded here, go back and watch from the beginning until the end. And if you have got any questions, I'll take a look and I'll answer you shortly. Thank you very much, and good night. Bye bye.